coolest artists in the valley as far as producing, graphic design, performing on the microphone, putting on for the community. And we wanted to touch on some things with you just on the whole Brown Boys movement and the things that you guys got going on.
Yeah.
The Latino community has been coming together tough, but very tough, like a cheap pair of jeans. Like y'all are a tough community. What's something that has brought you guys all together like that, just where you were able to work together and perform together and just make this thing, turn it into Voltron and get this thing popping called Brown Boys?
It really just took years, bro. Years of us all grinding our own lanes, our own grinds, building our own platforms to the point where we all kind of felt capped, you know what I'm saying? So we just all sat down, and I had personal conversations with pretty much each member, and
that was a lot of conversations.
Man, it was trust me, it was a lot of messages, bro.
At least 2-3 days.
Man, it was a lot of organizing, a lot of trying to get people to see the vision, you know what I'm saying? But it happened, and it just evolved into this monster. At first we were trying to help each other. Whenever somebody dropped something, we all share it. We were trying to do like a down south, Atlanta, Houston type movement, how they all support each other,
Like No Limit.
Yeah, exactly. So we just wanted to do it to empower our people, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's so many of us out here, and the last person, or the only person that really represents us is MC Magic. And that's crazy to me because, there's so many talented Hispanic rappers out here. But I asked them, I'm like, what is it that we're missing? And we just feel like people are sleeping on us, they're not giving us a chance. Of course, it's going to be harder for us, you know what I'm saying? But we're here to bust down any wall, you know what I'm saying? Metaphorically and non. But but yeah, it took all that, and, we wanted to do we started off doing this music thing. We're making this compilation, but then it veered off to this own monster where people were contacting us like, yo, a loved one had passed away. Do you think you guys could share this for us? I'm short some money. Do you think you guys could, so it just turned out to people reaching out to us because they seen how many hands we had,
Right.
And especially after the first drive that we had, everybody was just like, holy shit, this is really happening. And I think this is the first time Arizona's ever seen a movement period like this where it's just a bunch of different men from different cities, different hoods, different, everything.
Call it what it is.
Different
a bunch
sides.
of different Hispanic men.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of
Showing
different brown
unity.
people.
A bunch of brown brothers coming together to make one goal.
Exactly. You have people in this that their city is beef, their gangs beef, but none of that matters when it comes to this because there's a bigger picture. And we're trying to bring a spotlight and shine a light on our people at the same time,
right? To
show it doesn't matter. We're messing with everybody. We're helping everybody, from purple to brown to black to it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're coming together as a unit and just showing our strength.
And there's strength in numbers. I've always said that. And what I would like to touch on is just you guys' back to school drive. It's one of the best back to school drives that the Valley has seen. I would say it's probably the best one that I've seen since Trap Hat did his. Rest in peace, Trap House.
Rest in peace, bro.
It's probably the best back to school drive that I've seen since Trap House put on his with the Black Family a couple years ago. So with that, how did that come together? Just a whole back to school thing and the theme of it. What was something that you guys thought about and came together and said, this will work for us. Let's give this to the community and see what happens with it.
Timing was a big part of it. We recognized that the kids were coming back to school soon, and we knew that a lot of families were in need. So we were just on our community tip, and we put it together. It takes a lot of organizing. People don't understand. It's not just an idea and we find a spot, boom, boom. We get food. We feed everybody that comes and donates, and we're not talking cheap shit, We got carne asada, rice, beans, salsa, everything. So
hey, that's the good thing about my brown brothers.
Yeah,
y'all don't barbecue cheap shit.
Bro.
They do not.
Y'all get it in when you grill it.
And the brown, they stick together. Like I say, the viewers have went up since Pyro have came on air this evening. I mean, the brown sticks around.
Yeah.
And
hey, that's a good one. There you go.
The brown
Black don't crack.
Brown sticks around.
You dig? I did that.
But
so we need to figure out how to get them both together.
Oh, that's
shit gonna be crazy.
We're working on that, bro. It's sad that Trap had to leave so early, but it was part of his plan to kind of bring the black and brown together.
Yeah. Right.
It never happened because timing, just everything.
That's something
and now
I talked about before.
Now is the time, and man, we were getting going, and I know he's seen it, but he couldn't really do nothing in his position,
Right.
But now that he's gone, you know, we've talked to other people in the black family, and we're still gonna run with it, bro. You know, it's still on our agenda. It's still gonna happen. Like, it's just inevitable. You know, it's gonna happen. But like I said, it's timing, and it's a lot of agendas. You know, it's people's agendas. It's like
that's what individuals are trying to do within themselves.
It's hard.
So with Brown Boyz, what would you say? Give me the first moment that you had within the Brown Boyz compilation that has been going on. Give me that first time you were sitting around and realized what Brown Boyz really was and made you say, you know what? This is bigger than what we actually thought it was. What was that moment that you had? Because I see you guys. I mean, I came out to the water drive. And just to support, I mean, I brought a couple cases of water out, but just to see you guys out doing that kind of thing.
Right.
When was that moment that you had that said, you know what, this Brown Boyz thing is something that we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Like, we're not doing it just to do it, but we're supposed to be doing this.
I think it was after the clothing drive. That was our first, like, big drive. That was donate for a plate. You come donate some clothes. We feed, you know, whoever came to donate. Man, we had so many bags. It took 2 cars, SUVs, to just load them up and take them to donation places, and they're looking like, holy crap, like, this is a lot of clothes, you know?
Yeah.
From kids' clothes. Man, it was insane. So after that, I sat down and I was like, man, this is going to work, you know? Like, this is crazy. But then to reassure it, like, to really put the nail in the coffin was the water drive, man. Like,
the water drive was ridiculous.
The water drive was insane. We had raised so much water. The shelter was like, we're good. Like, you know, we had to take it to churches and disperse of it because we were just looking at, like, what are we going to do with all this water, bro? Like, it was insane, but it was a beautiful thing, you know, like, all the homeless people that were out there, they were taking the water bottles and wetting themselves and having water fights with it, and it was just, and they were smiling. So, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, when I drove home, that shit, it touched me, you know, and I think it touched everybody that went out there to help us because we all tapped in with each other, like, yo, like, we all had our tender moment, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, it's real, bro. Like, as soon as rappers don't understand, when you push that record button off and you get out the booth and you get in your car and you hit the corner, you're in the street, you're with the people, you know, still problems going on, bro. Like, that shit does not stop, so we need to help, and especially when you have 60 motherfuckers, like, we just can't, there's no way we could not do this, you know what I'm saying?
And we were speaking off air just about the whole Brown Boyz movement. Now, it's not just a wave.
Right.
It is a movement, and it's music involved in it as well because these are artists that are banding together and giving back to the community, artists, graphic designers, promoters, just the Latino community within itself. So I know we got a Brown Boyz compilation project coming or something. We got to get something from the Brown Boyz, like the first or second Rough Riders album. There's something coming, and it's brewing.
Why did you say first or second?
Because both of them was nice, but the first one was good. But that second Rough Riders album, I had to re-listen to it after we had a conversation. The second one was actually better than the first one. So what do you guys got coming for the Valley just as far as a compilation with all of the Latino artists that have band together? There has to be a project, some heat coming.
Definitely, bro. I'm super excited for that. Brown Boyz Volume 1, you know, compilation Volume 1 is coming. We're about 50% done. We're shooting videos to every track.
Oh,
you know,
y'all going Beyonce with it.
We're, you know what I'm saying?
How do you say Beyonce in Spanish? Is it Beyonce?
Probably.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just going super hard, and we're putting at least 3 to 4 artists on every track, so we could split everybody up. So far, there's not a duplicate artist on it. It's, you know, 4 different artists on each track, and we're just gonna highlight everybody. And all it takes is one, bro. All it takes is one of us to get our foot through the door, and then we'll be able to turn around and help the next man up, because we already know, like, man, everybody that's around me has been out here for years, bro. So I already know, like, if anybody gets that door open, we know how we work.
All it takes is a crack. It just takes for the door to crack open. We're gonna kick it down.
So, you know, hopefully getting this little attention. We're not doing this benefit shit for the attention, but it's gonna come from it, you know. And I think that separates us from other artists too. It's like, we're not just out here. We're still keeping that human side to us. You know, we're not just out here like flaunting our money and doing all that stuff. We still want to give back, and it's always been about that for me, man. So to have everybody do it, it's insane, bro. It's just crazy.
I just want to give a quick shout out to the viewers as well tonight. It's one of my favorite shows. We already at we approaching 2,000 people reached tonight with this podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in and sticking with it. Quick commercial, just really quick while we in the zone. Fuego style. Oh, I like that right there.
Hey,
Fuego style. But shout out to man Bravo. Tip or pay the cashless way. Make sure you get into your market, whether you have Android or Apple. Download the app now, and it is the tip or pay the cashless way. Make sure you support the shows here, support this radio.
Me and Marlon gonna create an account on there too, so y'all can start sending that bread.
No, we're gonna get us a cash out.
No, we don't want to do cash out.
Yeah, we get 2
cards.
We'll
fuck with the sponsor.
We will.
Why not?
And shout out to our other sponsor, Select, man, putting it on for us. Also, the #1 sponsor this year for the Arizona Hip Hop Festival. So shout out to Select Products, and we own E. So hopefully we see y'all next Monday.
Pull up,
with some new.
I ain't gonna say your name on there.
I ain't gonna say it, but hopefully we'll see the sponsor next week with new gummies and pens.
Yeah,
and maybe some flour as well.
Yes,
Tyrone. Okay.
Hey, I got boozy on them pens, bro. I hit another pen. I was like, this shit ain't hitting.
It ain't like my Select.
It's not hitting.
That Select hit like a blunt.
Go.
Gadget, go.
Go.
But back, man, with Brown Boys in here. So,
yes,
what would you say was the hardest thing about getting so many personalities together? So many people that have been doing it successfully on their own,
right.
From the West Valley to the South Side to Mesa. What was the most difficult part of creating this super group? I will call it, because that's what it is.
Right. I think the hardest part was, the timing, like getting everybody on the same schedule, of course, is going to be hard, but I think try to get everybody to see the vision, like, the full picture, because
like it's not just about one person,
right.
It's about us.
No, it's about everybody, and we're going to highlight everybody, but like since the last time I came in here, which is probably a few months ago, till now, we've lost a few members. The tree's going to shake, and it's not for everybody, I understand. Yeah. It's cool. At least I reached out to them, I understand that I did my part, at least, so, but what's beautiful about this whole thing is, man, I got everybody to at least sharpen their sword, you know what I'm saying? I got everybody registered, ASCAP, BMI. The young homie just hit me when I went the other day. He's like, yo, I got my first rap check, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but make some noise for the first rap check. That paper come through, boy, it changed the game.
I just believe that, like, it's like a war, man. You don't send your soldiers to war not trained. You gotta give them the knowledge and the tools to, win the war. So if you have rappers out here, that's what we're lacking, is the knowledge, brother. A lot of people don't understand how to get to the money, or like.
Do you think it's the knowledge that is the? Well, there could be two things.
A lot. Yeah,
you think it's the knowledge?
There's so many different.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do you think it's the camaraderie that's making it, like, because there's strength in numbers.
Right.
So if what one person don't know, the next person should. So
right.
Do you think it's the togetherness?
Oh yeah.
Or do you think it's just a lack of intelligence that holds people back?
It's a bit of both.
It's a little bit of
It's always a bit of both.
It's a little bit of everything in that pot. It's just the lack of how to get there, and
because the lack of knowledge sometimes
it's hard.
will not enable you to believe in unity.
Right.
Because you don't have the knowledge of how creative and productive this can be for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've never done it. So it's so many aspects to it.
And it's hard because, think about it, it's 50, 60 artists, and everybody's recording every day, and then they have a song like, hey, I just dropped a song, can we all share it? Hey, can we share this? Can we share this?
Yeah.
So then it starts getting piled up, and some people miss sharing something, and some people, so then the egos get in it, and then emotions tied, and artists are emotional, and it gets messy. It gets really messy. So we've started figuring out a little structure. Time at this time we're all gonna flood. We're all gonna change our default picture. We're all gonna do this. It takes time, bro. And I feel bad for the people that fell off because they didn't see the end goal. But we're gonna keep it pushing regardless, and we just plan on making this bigger than anything that Arizona has ever seen, bro.
Man, I really don't want to do this right now, but like Jay Reese is like video calling me, and he's been on Facebook going like hammer hard right now. I want to answer it and put him on the radio right now, but then again I don't, because I got Pyro in the building. I'll probably just touch base with him here in a second. But
I was going to say, let's get into one of Pyro's tracks real quick.
Well, we get into a Pyro track. We touched on Brown Boys with Pyro.
He might want to shout Pyro out. You never know.
We'll come back in just a second with Pyro. Sure. Get more on a personal level with him. We touched on the group and the movement, and we'll be right back. Support District Radio. You live with Marlon and Cheef. Let's get it. situations.
It's crazy, man. Especially in this fucking heat, bro. That water drive was insane, man. We were out there and
I was out there barbecuing. It was 120.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I feel. Hey, salute to the Brown Boys on the grill, bro, because they were taking all that heat. Yeah. They were taking, man.
No, nigga, I hate the grill in the heat. I know how it is.
So, and we're out there for like I think it was like 6 hours we were out there.
Like 7.5.
Yeah.
It was y'all were out there all day. Y'all were out there getting it there.
Cooking. So, literally cooking. So, man, it was. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That shit don't stop us, bro. It's not going to stop us. You know, we got to. That's what also made it so much heartfelt is like, man, these people are out in the fucking sun. And the homie, shout out to G Major, he seen this girl walking with no shoes.
I seen him, gave her the J's off his feet.
Yeah, he popped the trunk and gave her the J's so she could wear it. Because she had a towel. She literally had a towel and was stepping on one foot on the towel and would move it to step on the towel to not touch the asphalt.
Yeah, that shit hot.
You feel me? So he was like, nah, he gave her the shoes. And they didn't fit her, but she didn't care. Like, they cover your feet, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
man, it's
One
crazy.
time my dad left me at the pool when I was young, and I had to walk home by like half mile in the summertime.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin was running down the street from shade to shade.
Yeah, I was gonna say, finding that shade.
Nigga, find that shade.
And it's
we
a little
stopped
bit
for a
cooler
second.
and shit, a little
we
bit.
stopped for a second and wait, then look for the next spot. Like, okay, we got to run over there.
Yeah.
We did that shit all the way home, my nigga. All the way home, man.
We got through the ending of fourth quarter of the year coming through, so we got the trunk or treat. I'm pretty sure you said the Thanksgiving event that we got going, and we got a Christmas event. I'm pretty sure we got a Christmas event that we're gonna be doing as well.
Yeah, we definitely got all the holiday thing, stuff, blanket drives, all that good stuff. But another thing is, so we got the trunk or treat October, November we got the Thanksgiving, and then December we're gonna do like a addiction awareness, drug addiction awareness. We're gonna get all the kids and do like a little talent show for the kids.
Okay.
And bring out some former addicts so they could just talk to the kids and keep them away from that. Because this problem that's going on in the streets right now, with opioid overdoses and shit.
There's an opioid epidemic going on right now.
It's crazy, bro.
It's
been
and it affects everybody down to me, man. So that shit is real. And
it affects us all, I think, because a lot of the youth, a lot of the children are getting involved in it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily adults that are doing opioids.
And
it's the youth. It's our next generation.
That's who we're trying to target.
That
is
is
the
latched
youth.
on to these drugs.
For this event in December, we're trying to target the youth to keep them away from that, and just give them somewhere to present their talents, and come out and just do your thing, and that way they can feel what we feel when we're on stage. We can feel the love and.
Right.
And that will inspire them to keep doing what they're doing and stay away from all that other nonsense, man.
So musically, man, we've touched on some Brown Boys things and everything, but with yourself, when I first was introduced to you, I was introduced to you as Pyro the MC. Mm-hmm. So musically, what do you have as an individual that you're going to give us for the people that love Pyro as an artist? What do you have coming out for your general consumers?
It's crazy. I'm so busy, man. I'm so busy that I don't even have time to work on music. But these past couple of days, and I'll share this with you guys because you guys are family, man. You know what I'm saying? We go back. So, I've taken a pause for a while, focused on the Brown Boys, getting them visually looking right, But now I'm focused. I'm trying to get back into me. And the past couple of days, I've been going through the beat selection, finding some beats, getting that motivation again, because my creativity juice was just drained, bro. People don't understand that doing graphics and editing videos is also using your creativity. It's like making a song.
Yeah.
So it takes time, and it takes a lot of. It's mentally draining. So at the end of the day, when I'm done doing my work, I don't even want to work on music.
Right.
But now it's to the point where I'm seeing my boys move and they're shining and they're doing their thing. That I'm like, cool.
It's inspiring.
I feel inspired again. I feel confident that they're moving in the right direction. So now I want to get back into doing what I'm doing and then also give them something to look forward to, like, Pyro's about to drop some shit, So and bro, every day people message me like, yo, we need some new shit, when are you gonna drop? And I miss this, trust me, I miss that shit too, man. And I'm coming back, So I'm coming back, bro. So
So I
full force.
just got a message from one of my engineers here in studio. You're actually one of the first people that Snapchat gave a filter to.
Oh yeah, man.
See, the Latinos, they be making shit happen.
Bro, I'll be on my editing shit, man. I try to stay ahead of the curve. That's the most important thing. Like, if you're trying to be successful and shit, you gotta see what's coming next and beat people to it. So, you know, I did the Snapchat filter for the yeah, it was my birthday a couple years ago. It was Fuego Fest, the first Fuego Fest I did at the Nile.
I remember. I think I was there.
Yeah,
I hosted that.
And that was a free show. That's what I'm talking about. I always
think I hosted Fuego Fest. You did. I hosted that first one. Yeah.
Free show. You know, free album. I made a whole album, gave it out for free. Had posters there, gave those out for free. Autographed them. The show was free. Everything was free. You just came out and rocked with me. You know,
right.
And that was just to make up for. I had a lot of things going on. I missed a couple shows, and some people came out to see me, and I didn't show up. You know, unfortunately, I'm like, hey, check out, boom, everybody show up, saw me, and you know that's just the thing I'm on, man. Is I don't care about the money, you know, like that's gonna come.
Right.
You gotta just set them stones and you know just keep rising, because then at the end. You get the real bag, and then that's when you cash out and get to sit back.
Right.
Yeah. Got to run the race first before you get the prize.
Exactly.
So I want to get into. We got some more music.
Yeah, we'll get into another one.
Or do we have any
Pyro's
visuals?
track.
Pyro, you sent us over any videos?
I sent over a whole block. The YouTube link should be in there.
Okay. So I think we got some visuals as well, and I'd like to
we'll
again
figure
to
that
the
out
viewers,
right
man.
now.
Thank y'all for tuning in and staying with us. Just had a little snap there where the video cut out, but I see that everybody's come back with us. I thank y'all. For tuning in. It's Monday Night Raw, and you take the Raw for whatever you want it to be. But it lasts longer when it's Raw. But what it said,
yeah, if you get burned, it sure will last long.
That will last a lifetime,
hey,
right?
Hey, nigga,
Hey.
that hurt lasts forever.
why you have to take it there?
Hey, because you don't want to say it lasts
I was
longer.
talking about Raw rolling papers. They burn slower. They
I was
last
thinking about
longer.
wrestling and
No,
shit.
I prefer.
See, you need to cut it out, Chief.
Nah, I prefer.
There wasn't nobody on my boat.
I prefer.
You paddling backwards, baby. You going upstream. Well,
we
we gonna get into a visual.
No, I got a song.
Okay.
One of his other songs.
Want to
We're gonna play
introduce that song, Pyro? What song was that?
It's the Breadwinners.
Yeah, Breadwinners by Theme the Florida King, El Mac, Mav, and I believe that's it. I hope I'm not missing anybody. It's hard to remember, but
Pyro live in
Yeah,
studio with us. Brown Boys represent. Once again, let's get it in. It's Monday night. We're coming into the last segment here with Pyro. Like I was just speaking with my guy. He's always reached out to me before. What I'm going to do next time, I'm going to actually do, we're going to have a Brown Boys night. And I think that would just be a great segment, just a 2-hour. I mean, they got enough. It's about 172 members in Brown Boys. So I think we're going to have a Brown Boys night one night and just dedicate it just to for the culture.
That would be dope, man.
And just have as many Brown brothers we can have in the building, and we just jump around and interview and speak with everybody, just everything going on.
We want to have a brown and black event.
Well,
Brown boys and TBF.
Because I got my Brown Boy. Y'all ain't been jumped in. I got jumped in. I got my Brown Boy shirt.
Yeah, you got initiated?
I got initiated.
I'm going to have to call Bruce.
Actually, I got in a salsa contest and came in second. They said, let him in.
Okay.
Let him in.
Honorary.
He's cool.
You became honorary.
But what I wanted to touch base with, one of the things that you got going on that's really hot for you, man, is just your videography and also your graphic design. You were just speaking with me and Chief off air about a wedding that you did, and just not necessarily, we didn't get into pocket watching and counting cents, but just a payout on those kind of shows. What's the difference that you found in the different lanes that you're operating in, just the different kind of bread that ends up in your basket in the grocery cart at the end of the day?
Completely different, like night and day, man. You know, weddings and those formal things that there's a budget. They understand, you know, that these things cost money, and at the end of the day, it's you know, capturing priceless moments. You know, it's something you can watch forever, and you know, it's just something that'll never go away. So I think those moments are, you know, really have no price tag. There's people that are really about to take, you know, a big leap and getting married or something like that. So, but yeah, compared to artists, you know, artists are so consistent with videos that they need it at a cheaper price so they could drop more, you know. And I think I spoke to my homie Slim from FBE, you know, I kind of told him, like, I think I figured it out, bro. It's like artists aren't really seeing a return on an investment, no ROI on their videos, so they're trying to get it for as cheap as they can because they're not making none of that money back, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not investing in marketing. And
well, I think that's the artist's fault. If
exactly.
If you invest in the video,
but that also leads back to not being educated, because they think that just dropping it on Facebook and YouTube and SoundCloud is going to blow them up, and it's just going to go. You're going to match Facebook's algorithm, and that's as far as you're going to go, bro. So, you know, I try to just school these artists, like, man, as much as you spend on these models and bottles and weed, you got to spend twice as much on the marketing plan to get it out there to the people that you're trying to get it out there to.
Because at the end of the day, if it's ass, it's ass.
Right.
If it's booty, it's booty. Regardless if it's beef gravy or whipped cream on it, it's still ass. So depending on how you give it to us, is depending on what the reaction to the product is going to be.
Exactly.
Definitely, again, I'm going to bring you guys in. Maybe we can do it leading up to one of your events, maybe the Monday before the event, and we just have a Brown Boys Day, speak about the event. Like I say, get all the brothers in, and we just chop it up.
We
and
have
go
a
to some
release
things.
party. Like when we drop the compilation, we're gonna have a big ass release party. So
Well, maybe I'll talk to you off air about having some black
whatever
brothers.
comes soon, whatever comes sooner, we'll
Need a
figure
host?
it out, man.
You have Marlon and Cheef host the gig right there, and we in there like a wedgie.
Yeah.
Come
It's
together
nothing
like
to it,
butt
bro.
cheeks and make shit happen.
It'd be tight. We tighter than biker shorts, baby. You know, on a big bitch. But what's something? We at 8:25, 25 past the hour after 8. What do you have coming up, just personally, or anything that you can jump right off top of the head with Brown Boys on? You can keep everybody informed with it. Just keep them in tapped in.
I just want people that are still sticking around, like my fans that are still waiting for me to drop something, to know that I am coming back to making music. I do plan on dropping another album. Like I said, I'm going through beats right now, so I'll be back in the lab soon, and hopefully everybody will support my next album, and might even be bigger because I took a little break and everybody's missing the shit out of me. So it's like, hopefully my little leave built up a little anticipation, but we'll see how it goes. And that's just all. I just want everybody to tap in and recognize what we're doing out here, and that this shit is bigger than music, man. Because like I said, these people ain't really asking us for songs and videos; they're asking us for help, and we took on this role, we took on this responsibility to help the people. So we're gonna keep it going, man. That's just part of our agenda right now. Is the music will come after this. After we're done taking care of the people, the music will come, and they're gonna respect it that much more because we personally were out
of
there.
what you did for them.
We were out there.
One hand washes the other.
Exactly.
It's very smart, and it's very a great business move that you guys have taken on there.
Yeah.
I usually do the plug. We're going to get into the plug now. It's just where you plug everything coming up.
Right.
Let them know about your social media, how they can stick and follow the Brown Boys on whatever platforms you guys have going.
Yes, sir.
And just stay tapped in with you.
Check us out on Instagram, Brown Boys with a Z Music.
They spell it the nigga way.
Yeah, with a Z, no S. Yeah, Brown Boys with a Z Music. That's Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Brown Boys. We're on YouTube. We have a website, brownboysvida.com. That's Brown Boys with a Z, vida.com. Follow me at Pyro AZMB on everything. I'm not hard to find. And if you guys need videos, graphics, I can plug you with shows, or anything music related, or just anything in general, man, multimedia related. I could help you out. So just
he's got the juice, man. I think he actually did one of my logos for me. So I think I got one of my logos.
I've pretty much done everything for everybody in the city,
Pyro
bro.
works everywhere.
Yeah.
And I love that because, man, I've been out here for so long that just once I started telling people I do graphics, they are like, cool, I know you. You're not a stranger. Like, I know you're credible. And then they just kept seeing the work better. Yeah. It's just like,
again,
it's
man,
beautiful. I appreciate it.
Pyro's in the building with us. Brown Boys. The Flame is in the building. Not just Pyro, but the Flame, the igniter. Make some noise again, man. Pyro in the building with us from Brown Boys. We're going to get right into the any words of encouragement this week. We usually go around the room, knock out some words of encouragement. You can start it off tonight.
Yeah, I do got something to say that I want to end it with, man. This like I was speaking about the opioid problem, man. I just want everybody to know that if you are going through it, don't be ashamed to reach out and get help. If somebody in your family is going through it, don't give up on them, because that's the easy thing to do. And I know that shit is difficult because, like I said, I'm going through it myself. I just really want to touch big on this opioid issue, man, because we're losing artists and just people in general to this shit at a rapid pace, and it's fucking scary, bro. And you're just one minute away from hearing that the next person's gone. So I just want to tap heavy on that. Check on your people. If you're going through it, get some help. If you know somebody, help them out. And that's what I'm gonna sign off on.
Definitely, man. Chief, you got anything for us before we cut out?
Just keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
That's it. Sometimes your destination seem real far away, but if you stop moving, you ain't going to get there. So keep pushing.
Keep pushing. I think I'm going to end it this night just as back to school. Everybody's kids are going back to school. It's time to divert that attention. The party's over. It's time to get with the academics. Make sure you're there in your kids' corner with things that they may be dealing with in school, and listen to your kids when they speak to you. Because a lot of times they are talking and telling you something that is important. So listen to your kids. Be there for them during back to school. Make sure we're in tune with the academics. Get them involved in things in school. Make sure they're around other kids. Kids don't belong around adults all the time because they become people they're not supposed to be. It's Monday night, man. Support District Radio. I thank you again for tuning in. Each and every Monday, we'll be back next week with a brand new show for you. Brand new show, but the same cast. It's the same draws, same dookie stains.
Same shit, different toilet.
I'll see you next week, man. Signing off, it's Marlon the Great. Support District Radio, my Radio Phoenix. You was live with Marlon and Cheef. Let's work it out.